Turbo is one of the best negates in the game, and when a red U11 Jiren deck comes along, nobody has Turbo inside. You guys are disgusting. I'm disappointed. Hey guys, welcome back to the Censored Pop channel where we do Dragon Ball Super card content focusing on fun and most importantly, theme stuff. So today I'm gonna show you my take on the Jiren deck profile. We're gonna do it the proper way, which is to make it fun and most importantly, as theme as possible. But seriously though, if you're looking for a deck list that would do better in the tournament, I would really advise you to check somewhere else. But if you want a better deck list, then you're at the right place, which is here. Duh. So without further ado, see you guys after the short intro. Hey guys, I want to welcome you back from the intro. Before we talk about the deck profile, what it does, I would like to remind you, if you're looking for TCG products, check out maniapacks.com, link down in the description below. Use my code SENSU for 5% off all your purchases. You'll be helping yourself, you'll be helping me. It's a gain-gain parasitic relationship. Parasitic might not be a good word here. Alright, so let's talk about the deck. What is this deck about? Being red, it is a very aggressive deck. However, it is also really fun. What you want to do here is to get to your big Jiren, the 8-drop over here. There's many ways to do it. Traditionally, you can evolve it during your turn. However, you can also evolve it during your opponent's turn. And every time you do this evolution, you kind of need to Spirit Boost. And when you do that, you kind of gain some defensive ability from that. It's a really fun deck, very interesting. I really highly encourage you, if you're looking for a deck to play, this is definitely the one to do it. Alright, let us take a look at the leader, because it's very important for us to know what the leader does before we move forward, ain't it? So this leader, it's gonna be Jiren, and he has several abilities. The first one is on his unawakened side, he has the ability to self-awaken and also look at the top 7 cards, pick a 1-drop and play it in rest mode. Take note, it's playing in rest mode, and take note, it is activate main. That means this is really good because you don't have to attack to do that, and at the same time you can do it when you are going first because you don't have to attack. That's really good. I really like that. The bad part is it comes in rest mode. The battle card being played comes in rest mode, so you might have some difficult time keeping it alive. The second ability is the Spirit Boost. It is the same from his awakened side and unawakened side. What you can do over here is that you take that 1 marker and you remove it from your Unison card. You are able to do this ability. And what is that ability? It is to do evolve in your opponent's turn. You kind of still have to pay the cost, but really this evolution all the way up to your 8-drop Jiren, it doesn't really cost a lot. And the last part is only on his awakened side, which is limit 2. Every time you do like an evolution during your turn, the card itself gains an additional 5k. So your Jiren leader, similar to the anime, it's gonna swing hard, and it has the ability to swing up to 30k. Limit 2, you say, hey Censored Pop, how does that work? Because 15 plus 5 plus 5, it's only 25. No, I'll show you. You have the ability to out of suddenly swing at 30k. It's just crazy. This deck, it's really fun. As you can see, the excitement over here. I'm gonna take you through a little bit of setup with this deck, because after you look at top 7, you play a 1-drop in rest mode. What are your options? The first option, it's gonna be Jiren the Avenger. This card is really good because when you play him in rest mode, you are gonna draw a card, and if you take this card, put it into your drop area, and 1 card and put it into drop area, what's gonna happen here is you go to your deck, find a Jiren 5 or less, and add it into your hand. Really good. I love it. This card really adds a lot of consistency to your deck. And the second one is Jiren Thirst of Power. This card is also really good because this card is your searcher. When you play him, instead of going to a deck or draw a card or something, you look up the top 5, find any Jiren and add it into your hand. It has an EX Evolve skills, but I don't use it because 3 energy, really, it's a lot in this deck, and this is something that I don't want to play. And of course, we are talking about only Universe 11, not just Jiren. So Kunshi, Warrior of 11, you get to draw a card. So most of this 1-drop that you play, except for the blocker promo, you get to draw a card back. But all these cards, Kunshi gives all your 1-drop barrier except himself. So the only way your opponent can take them out is either to commit something to remove with ignoring barrier, or swing over the 1-drop. But swing over 1-drop, it's actually very difficult because this is where your EX evolve skills comes in. And at the same time, what's going to happen here is Jiren Pride of 11. This is a promo that we're going to be playing. This comes from the old set, but this is really good in your deck because you can bring back Kunchi, you can bring back all your Jiren, because you kind of need your 1-drop to do all your evolve play. Alright, so even if they're in their drop area with Jiren Pride of 11, you can bring them back onto your board. We are going to be taking a look at the evolution path because small Jiren, it's going to become big Jiren, right? I don't know why I did that. There's no joke behind it. There's no punchline. I'm sorry. Alright, so we're going to take a look at the evolution path. The first one is the 4-course Jiren, Devastating Might. One of the best Jiren, in my opinion, that we have for this deck. The good part is, it's just a rare card, so, you know, it's not promo. That's great, because when you play this card, it's a 0 evolution cost that could change your Jiren, that 1-drop, into a 15k, which is just a little bit more difficult to take out. And at the same time, you get to draw a card, and you choose one of your opponent's battle card and minus 10k. You can do it during your turn, you can do your opponent's turn, so it is a very nice board clear, a very nice aggression limiter in my opinion. I just like this card a lot. The second one, not so much, Jiren Unseen Potential. Is it a good card? It is a good card because it is also a 0 evolution cost. These are the 2 evolve that you can do it without costing you any energy. That kind of helps you with a leader, kind of helps you with your Unison. You will see that later on, just to gain a marker. When this card is played, you look up the top 7, pick a Universe 11 card, put it into hand. If you put a card into hand, take 1 card and put it back into your deck. Kind of helps you to put things back into the deck if you want to. However, the problem with this card is that it's promo and it's a little bit pricey at this moment. And the last one is, I believe that this card is just so good, Jiren Surge of Strength. It's not because it's 19k, it's not because it's dual attack, because of the permanent. If this card is to be removed from a battle area by your opponent's skills, you can either choose 2 cards under this card and put it into your drop area, or you add 1 card from your life to your hands instead. So this card is just impossible to remove. So if you're playing against a person who has a lot of easy board removal, this is what you want to have on your board. But this does not really come free, because at the end you kind of still need that 1 energy. But take note of this: when this card is played, you get to draw a card. It's a very defensive card because you can choose your leader and get the extra 1k. 1k, not very good with attacks, but 1k, it's really good with defense. Next up, we are going to be talking about the boss monster, and the boss monster has the ability to evolve on top of your 4-drop and 5-drop Jiren. Take note, your 4-drop, 5-drop, 5-drop has the ability to evolve on top of 1, and this 5-drop has the ability to evolve on top of a 4. So this is kind of how this whole evolution chain goes. But when it comes to the boss monster, it has the ability to evolve on top of 4-drop and 5-drop. Is this card good? This card is seriously amazing. 35k double strike, and if you remove 1 card from underneath, because we're doing a lot of EX evolve, there's definitely going to be cards underneath. This card is going to restand, and it's going to give your leader additional 5k. And take note, because if you EX evolve during your turn, your leader already gains that 5k, and then when he restands, your leader gains the additional 5k. So this is a 35k dual attacker, double striker that gives your leader an additional 10k, like a super combo that you don't draw a card. So it's technically not a super combo, but it's free. The 10k, I'll take it, alright? And when this card, you can play it defensively and you can do it offensively as well, because it has the ability to minus 35k ignoring barrier when you play him. This card is just simply amazing. I was using, my friend was just playing this 35k Gogeta, the one that was really hard to deal with because it's a triple attack. When he evolved, he swings with his leader, I EX evolve. I had 2 energy. I was just waiting for Topo. I played his card and a minus 35k from his Gogeta. Totally safe. And he was like, okay, this is unfair. I was like, I paid 2 energy for it. Fair. He paid for 4 energy for his Gogeta. But it was a sequence mistake on his part, alright? This card, really good. Basically, that's it. We are going to be talking about the Unison. How does a 1 cost 5k Unison survive in this game? I don't know, but it does. It does. This Unison, it's actually very difficult to remove, because every time you evolve, it gains a marker, and at the same time, you get a +1, and at the same time, there's a lot of things on the board that has higher priority to take care of than a 5k Unison and on the board. And one big shout out to Brian Brown, the guy who owns the Android's Dragon Ball Super card game YouTube channel. really good channel. You really have to check it out. Big shout out to him. He was the one who told me that when you play this card, get up to 3 markers. Once you get there, you're pretty comfortable. This card, it's gonna just stay there forever until you decided to remove it. Alright, and this card itself plays another 1 cost from your hand and plays it in rest mode. But most importantly, what you want to do here is just to use all the markers for your EX Evolve during your opponent's turn. Alright, you don't really have to do it most of the time, but when you want to do it, it gives you some strategic advantage. It's really good. I like it. It's gonna stay on the board. We are gonna be talking about our defensive option, and of course it is gonna be Turbo Righteous 8. Is this card good? It's really good. It's especially good in this deck. We know the card for 2 energy, you negate the attack and you play the card. If you successfully play the card, your opponent cannot attack for the duration of the turn, unless for each attack they additionally take 2 cards from their hands and discard it. They're not gonna do it. We know it because they will not have enough combo power to end the game if they decided to do that. Alright, but when it comes to Turbo, most of the time you can swing with 20k after you negate it, so that's really good. But in this deck, it is even better. The reason is because of the spice. This spice, it's gonna be Turbo Unleash. For 1 energy, you get to mill 3 cards from the top of the deck and put it into drop area. If there is 3 or more 8 or more Universe 11 cards, most of our decks is Universe 11, it always happens. What's gonna happen here is you get to draw 2 cards and it becomes a 25k double strike critical. And take note, because it is EX Evolve, your leader, it's gonna get the additional 5k as well. So what's happening here is that you can EX Evolve on top of this, and then you get to draw 2 cards, then you play Jiren. Now, what's gonna happen here is your leader will become 30k. Your opponent has to deal with 25k double strike double strike critical and with barrier, and it's also a blocker, and your opponent now has to deal with another 35k double strike dual attacker. This is a game ender, and guess how much energy did we commit to this attack? Just 3, and you get to draw additional 2 cards. Your leader swing 1 card. I think that big boy Jiren, does he get an additional card draw? I don't know, most probably yes. So maybe there's a potential to draw up to 4 cards in that turn. One of the cards that we play also, it's Kato, Warrior of Universe 11, because we're trying to make a theme, and I think this card is pretty good. It's a 15k swing, 15k blocker if you want to. It is 2 energy. Why? Because most of the time, if your opponent is going to play the 2-drop negate or something, Kato, it's able to take it and said no, so you commit 2 energy to block their negates, right? Especially if they're playing against like Majin Buu, they play the blue negate, or they play Turbo, or they play Oceanus. Kato, it has the ability to stop that negate right there. The attack is still going to be negated because we cannot stop it, but most of the time they have to manage to play the card, so this card kind of stop it because they didn't play the card, so you can continue to swing. Alright guys, so this is the deck profile itself. I hope you like it. Of course, like I mentioned earlier on, if you're looking for a more competitive deck profile, please check out the other channel. This is not a dig to other channel, it's just that this deck, it's not competitive, but it is extremely fun, because that's what we are doing here in this channel. We are focusing on fun, we are focusing on theme decks, just having a good time, a good evening with your friends after some work or after your school. This is what we want to do with this card game. Hey guys, if you liked the video, I appreciate it. Can give this video a like, subscribe if you want to support me and the channel. If you're looking for TCG products, check out maniapacks.com. Use my discount code SENSU for 5% off all your purchases. Stay safe, stay healthy, enjoy playing the Dragon Ball Super card game. I hope you're okay. See you guys in the next video. Alright, ciao.